Welcome back, Summoners, to another electrifying season of Alliance War. This season brings a whole new challenge, fresh nodes to learn, defenders hitting harder than ever, and bigger health pools to grind through. Every fight will be a test of skill, strategy, and execution, so stay tuned, smash that like button, and subscribe for more MCOC action. It's game time. Let's go. Hello, champions. Welcome back. War number 9 is here, and after 8 straight wars on Path 4, I've been forced to switch things up. So over to Path 5 we go. Not exactly my favorite choice since it requires a lot of intercepting, but hey, I've only got 5 fights. How bad can it be? Rolling in with a team of doctordoom, deathlessthanos, and countnefaria, so let's see how this plays out. If you enjoy the war content, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and feel free to drop a comment down below. Now, let's get into the action. Alright, first fight up here is this Red Skull. It is on node 5, which is ebb and flow knockdown, right back at it, force of will. So, plan here is deathlessthanos. I can get easy openings, do the 4-hit combo into heavy, pulverizes armor, get rid of all that kind of stuff, and then, kind of just a simple fight. Except, this is a war of careless little errors. You just saw me hit into his shield, take a little bit of damage. You notice I forgot to turn off recoils. I somehow thought I was going to have my unstoppable up, so I let go to try and counter, and well, he hit me smack dab in the face like 5 times. So yeah, not real clean at this point. So here the plan became, I noticed I had recoils on still, so instead of throwing special ones and building up my furies and doing the fight like I typically would, my plan here is just to counter heavies, and I'll throw a special 3. Now you notice there we had our unstoppable up. I wasn't even caring at that point. I'm trying to be as safe as possible. I need to use Thanos here in a couple more fights. Don't want to burn a bunch of heals if I don't have to. Here, now we need him to throw his special 1. There we go. He throws his special 1. We're going to heavy counter, remove those armors. It's great. The best, easiest way to take care of them. And there we go. Another heavy counter. Now, we just need to get a parry in here, or an opening, and we're going to do a 5-hit combo into a striker, into another heavy. There, I probably should have done a 5-hit combo, would have finished him off, but I was hoping the heavy would. We got through it. Wasn't clean, but, full attack bonus is full attack bonus. And here we go. Now you're seeing what I should have done right from the very start, which is turn off recoils, and then we're going to jump back into war, and we have this Titania. It is node 14, ebb and flow knockdown, aggression, precision, and heavy hitter. Honestly, not too concerned in this fight. I am going to top off my health just from the last one and taking those couple hits. There we go, one of those, and I think I go one smaller one. There we go. Get close to full, not quite the whole way, but close enough for me. And then we're going to jump into this fight, and it's really kind of the same plan. What I want to do is kind of what I call the Thanos combo, which is going to be medium, light, light, light into a heavy, and then parry, and then medium, light, 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 heavy, cancel into a special 1. So here we go. We are trying to play around and make sure she doesn't get her haymaker. She's kind of being very passive. I thought she was going to be there and I could hit into her block, but she decided to, of course, as soon as I rushed in, come after me. But that's all right. We take a little bit of damage there. What is health potions? Like I said, it's just a war of kind of stupid little careless errors. And there we go. So there's another heavy cancel into special 1. Now we just want to bait her special. And ideally here, we're just going to kind of counter and, go into heavies to knock her down. There, not sure why I backed away at that point, but, like I said, careless little errors. We're going to throw another special 1. We've got all our furies up, probably should have gone special 2 there, but at this point, I'm just saying to myself, I don't want to get hit with another haymaker. I get hit with another one, it's just going to tick me off. So there's another special 1 for you. There's her haymaker, and then we, get out of the way, and now we're going to do a combo and let her hit into our block. We're going to do another combo. We're going to do another heavy. What I could have done there very easily was heavy cancel into striker and then done another combo into a special, finished her off a little bit quicker. But like I said, at that point I was frustrated. I'm traveling and just wanted out of the fight clean. And now we jump ahead to section 2, and this is the part of path 5 I hate. But I decided I was going to take it anyway. You know, always good for a little bit of practice. This is node 23, ebb and flow intercept. And, well, I figured I was going to bring in about as safe a champ as I could to take on this Vision Aarkus. It's been a minute since I've used Doom. And another little careless error that you see here is I don't have a striker on him. So, like I said, just kind of a war of little stupid careless errors. There, at least I do get an intercept, and now we're just going to start the Doom cycle. You know, it's kind of hard to screw this part of it up. Don't need a striker really for the Doom cycle, so it didn't really affect me too much. But it was just one of those things I saw as soon as I entered the fight. I was like, oh my gosh, how could I go into a fight in war after all these months of having strikers and focusing on that and just kind of miss it? So, you know, Doom cycle, you get to see a couple special 3s here. It's nice because this is a nice, safe, easy fight. You just need one intercept on it, and then the rest is just kind of, all the timers are paused because you're just throwing special 3s. And this is the last of the special 3s. He's at 19%, and of course leaves him at 1%, so I have to do one more hit. And now he's down. And moving ahead to the fight that is really the whole reason I took this path. It's been a long time since I fought this path. It's been a long time since I got to use Nefaria. And my plan here was, well, you know, I get the intercepts with Nefaria. There I kind of screwed up at the beginning. I should have backed away. It's all right. You know, if I'm not doing damage right at the start, it'll be okay. You know, Nefaria here can pretty much handle this fight. There we go. Now we got the intercept. And what you notice there was unfazed coming into play. So, yeah, I've got to look out for that. You know, so far, so good. I do want him throwing special 1s. I'm not too worried about it. Here I back away to get it. And guess what? We got the intercept. But, yep, unfazed again. That's twice in a row. You know, a little special 1. Even with that, you know, Nefaria can heal up. I'm feeling okay at this point. He's got protection back. I back away. I want him to throw another special 1. Wonderful. Now, I wasn't in overcharge, so he gained a lot of power there. So we have to dex a special 2. Oh, I was a little late. Hey, surprising fact there. Just a little late. And look at that. Another intercept, and another time he gets unstoppable and smacks me in the face. So we throw off a special 3. You know, okay. I'm using this time to say to myself, okay, let's just kind of refocus. Let's be careful. We still have to do the intercepts that way. He can't be lucky all the time, right? So combo, main thing here is let's stay in overcharge if we can. There we go. Hey, one that worked. But of course, it was a light and not a medium, so it did not count to for the intercept. Just my luck. So there we go. We get the special 2 off. You know, the hard thing in this fight is because of the mighty charge on the node, he keeps removing the energy buildups that are on there. So it makes it really hard to get into overcharge. My withers are disappearing. Hey, there was another intercept with the evade, and guess what happened? You guessed it. But at this point, if you look at the health bars, we're equal. All the mess ups I've done, everything, all as bad as it's been, we are equal right now. The whole plan here is let's keep him in overcharge. And of course, right before I put him in overcharge, it kind of expires. He gets his power gain, and then I get right back in it. So I just have to dex a special 2. And look at that. Another one where I evade and go unstoppable. At that point, after that one, I was just like, the heck with this. I'm done. I'm tired. And of course, I missed the dex. So from here now, we are going to just throw on a revive. I'm going back in there. I am not as happy as I should be. Should I have healed up? Oh, maybe. But I feel like if I do the fight the right way and I don't get unlucky. See, there we go. Look at that. Right from the start, we kind of refocused and got ourselves back to where we should be. Now, it's really, the protection will come back, I think, probably one time. Now here we do want to throw the special. The protection's back. We've got our evade. We evade. He didn't, you notice there I backed away. And of course, then I try to do an intercept and get smacked in the face. So who knows what I'm thinking or what I'm doing. But you know what? He's down. I don't need Nefaria again. Let's just get away from here. Not the cleanest fight. Hindsight, could have brought somebody else for it, but I don't know if it would have mattered too much. I think Kate is probably the best option there, though. And now, just because I'm a glutton for punishment, and I was sitting in an airport, and I was like, well, you know, why not just take one more fight? You can see there, I've got one combat regen potion that is in overflow, would expire, so we're just going to toss it on here instead of a health potion. This, it's just going to be a lot of dexing specials. It's going to be a slow fight because I can't really armor break. Sentinel here, you know, I can get the armor shatter on there, which is a nice little feature, but it's just going to be slow, and he's going to at some point get all his charges up there, and you know, he is a tanky son of a gun. You know, whole goal here trying to use Thanos is that last little 15%. I want to try to make sure that I can nuke when he gets those armor ups so he does not get to a special 3, because if he gets to a special 3, he is going to heal the whole way up, and I don't want to do this fight twice. You know, and it's got root on here, which isn't the end of the world. You know, his heavy is very easy to dex. I prefer, if I can, to bait special ones. It just makes the fight a little slower, and of course I keep getting rooted, which means of course I can't finish my combos and all that kind of fun stuff. But you know, all in all, I'm happy, I'm comfortable. So far, a minute in, we haven't done very much damage, and he is being stingy throwing those special ones. The other reason I want him to throw the special ones is I'll take the beam a lot of times into block so that I can get the free willpower healing. All it's doing is keeping me kind of topped up. So, you know, not a clean fight, not a fast fight. Probably should fast forward through this, but you know what? I had to sit through it, so I'm going to make you guys sit through it. Aren't I a nice guy? And here we go. So I got, at this point, I was like, the heck with this. I'm just going to push. I'm tired of going slow. He's already, you know, built up as much as he's going to. The special 2's not hard to dex. You just don't want to screw it up. And there we go. We take the full special 1 right into the face. And of course, when you get hit by the first part of it, you know, you get a heal block on you. So there's not even any willpower healing. It's not kind of fair. And there we get rooted. Once again, just kind of unforced errors. Just, you know, now we got a dex special 2 again. And it's just kind of rinse and repeat the rest of the way here throughout. You know, we are going to drop a special 2 of our own just to do a little bit of damage. There, you know, nicely he throws a special 2 right away. We get a nice clean dex. And of course I get rooted right after I hit him. You know, it's supposed to stop the timer when you hit him, but for whatever reason I hit him and then got rooted. So just kind of weird how the timing works sometimes in this game. There we go, you know. We are well beyond the halfway point, and he is just at half health. So, you know, at this point I'm looking up at it. It's like, you know, we've got, you know, 2 minutes left, and he's got 47% health. Maybe I should do something. Maybe I should start fighting a little bit more aggressively and fighting, you know, using Thanos the way he's supposed to be used, and just quit screwing around. So now we need to bait out a special 2. Wonderful. And you know what happens here? We're going to get rooted again. That's fine. We're going to heavy, you know, get a special 1. It's unblockable. I get the armor breaks, get hit. That's fine. Like I said, I'm not worried if I get hit by the beam of it. Get the armor breaks. It's willpower healing. Here, you know, I'm looking up at the time. We're a minute and a half. He still has, you know, 25% of his health. Not a good thing. You know, here we're just going to push. It does have power focus 2, so it does allow me to push a little bit after he gets 2 bars of power. And honestly, like I said, you know, I probably should have been doing that all along. Here we're going to toss a special 1 because we were rooted. Nice little special 1 intercept. Then we got the unblockable, and here we go. Now there we are. We shattered the armor. He has no armors. He's below 15%. I'm feeling at this point, finally for the first time in a fight, like, hey, I may be able to finish this fight. 4% health. 3, 2, 1, dead. 50 seconds left. What was I worried about? Sentinel down. Nice, quick, easy fight. Well, dropping 1-2 destroyer there definitely stings, but considering I was in an airport waiting on my flight, it could have been a lot worse. We're now 3 weeks into the season with just 1 week left to go. Honestly, it's been a lot of fun doing these Tier 2 wars. No need to boost up like crazy and no real pressure, which has been a nice change of pace. As always, the mini account fights are up next, so stick around if you want more war action. If not, you know what to do. Hit that like button, subscribe, and drop me a comment down below. Thanks for watching, and take care all.